right, so we've got workout A part 2. Again, we're going to do 3 exercises 3 times through. We're going to start with a Cossack lunge. So that's basically a side lunge where you keep your feet stable. You can certainly add weight if you want, just hold it at your chest, or you can do it with no weight. So we're going to come into a standing position with the feet out nice and wide, and you're just going to lunge into the side, come back up, and lunge into the other side. Good. So we're going to do 8 on each side for a total of 16. This is 4. Make sure that your heels are down on this exercise. 8 halfway. 9 and 10. You want to make sure that there's equal pressure throughout your whole foot. So you don't want to be lifting your heel off the mat. This is 15 and 16. Nice job. All right, so the second exercise is called a scapular push-up. So what we're going to be working on is just this scapular retraction like this. So if you've ever worked with me, you know that when we do a row, we're always making sure that we're moving the shoulder blade without moving the elbow at all, making sure that we can make that mind-body connection before we do any sort of more intense exercise. So we're going to do this in a plank position, not a plank position, a tabletop position. And I find that this position helps people connect a little bit more with their back. So we're going to come into a tabletop position with the spine neutral, and you're just going to squeeze your shoulder blades together and then push them apart like this. So you're nice and rounded through the upper back. Squeeze and push. Checking in with your elbows so that they're staying straight as you move your shoulder blades. This is 5. We're going to do 10. 7, 8, check back in with your elbows, make sure they aren't moving. 9 and 10. Good. Next we're going to do sea turtles. So we're going to come onto our stomach. This is a great exercise to really activate the back side of the body, and it can be a little bit tough with the coordination is usually what I see. So we're going to come onto our stomach. I'm just going to show you the arms first. So you're going to lift your arms up off the floor like this, and then bring your elbows down towards your hips, and then back up and down. So let's do 3 like that. You can place your forehead on the mat if you want. So arms up, elbows down, back up and down. So that's 1, 2, last one, 3. So you can keep doing that for 10 if you want, or you can add in the legs. So the legs are going to stay straight. The legs are just going to lift up and come out. A lot of people want to bend their knees because they're bending their elbows. So that's something to keep track of. You want to be bending the elbows but keeping the legs straight. All right, so let's try that. So you're going to lift your hands off the floor, hands and feet off the floor. Bend the elbows down towards your hips, separate your feet, and come back into a straight line. All right, so let's try that for 10. If you find that the lower body, adding that in is a little bit difficult, then just stick with the upper body, lifting the arms up and bringing the elbows in. All right, so let's do 10. You can place your forehead on the mat. I'm not going to because it muffles my voice. All right, so lifting up and out for 1, down, 2, and down. Lift up for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so as you can feel, the whole back side of your body is probably getting tired, and that's great because we're usually very forward and the front of our body gets really tight, and then we tend to neglect the back side, as I've mentioned to a lot of my clients. So this is a great way to get your posterior chain activated. All right, so we'll start back up at the top for our second set. All right, so we're gonna do 16 Cossack lunge. Feet nice and wide. You can have your toes out slightly if that's preferred. And we're gonna lunge into the right, come back up and down. So you can hold on to a weight if you have one, or just do body weight, that's totally fine. And then the main thing to remember is to keep equal pressure throughout your foot. So you're not lifting up your heels at all. This is 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Last one. All right, so then we're going to do the scap push-ups. So we're going to come into a tabletop position, keeping the elbows straight. We're going to arch, push our hands into the mat, rounding out the upper back, separating our shoulder blades. And then we're going to squeeze them together. Retract them on your back, squeezing them together. And we'll do 10 like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check back in with your elbows. Make sure they're straight. 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. Nice. So if you're working at home over this extended break that we have, that's a great exercise, actually, and the sea turtles, the next one. Those are 2 great exercises that you could take a break from your computer every hour and just do those to kind of get your upper back and your shoulder blades moving. And then this will prevent some stiffness, prevent some low back stiffness. So it's a great way to take a break from your computer. All right, so then we're gonna do 10 sea turtles. So come down onto your stomach. You can choose to just do the upper body, that's totally fine. I'm gonna add in the lower body. So you're gonna lift up and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check in with your knees. Make sure that they're not bending with your elbows. 8, 9. Last one. 10. All right, we've got one more set. All right, back with the Cossack lunges. Last set here. Feet out wide, toes can be out a little bit if you want, and we're just gonna lunge into the right side for 16 total. 4, 6, 8, 10. Remember to keep the chest up high. 12. Shoulders back. 14. Last one. 16. We'll come back into a tabletop position for the scapular push-ups. So, in a tabletop position with a neutral spine, we're going to push the hands into the mat, rounding out the upper back, and then squeezing the shoulder blades together, retracting them on your back, and we'll do that for 10. Keeping the elbows straight. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the last one is sea turtles. So we're going to come down onto our back, onto our stomach, and we're going to do 10. So lifting up, bending the elbows, pulling the feet apart. Up for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, nice job, guys. So thank you for joining me for workout A, which is a nice low intensity workout that you can do at home without any weights. Please let me know if you have any feedback at all, or if you have any equipment that you want me to incorporate into some other workouts for you. I can definitely make workouts specific to you, and then I will just post them because I'm sure other people will benefit from them. So if you have any specific needs, specific areas that you want to work, just let me know and I'll make one for you. Thanks for joining, and I hope you try out some of my other videos.